I'm Portia Johnson, the founder of Black Girl Health, and I'm doing this special announcement because I don't know if any of you saw the U.S. Surgeon General talk this week. He was talking about how African Americans are the hardest hit by the coronavirus. He mentioned how we are predisposed socially by the virus. So that means, mostly African Americans, come from low income situations. We don't have access to, the proper health care and supplementation and proper nutrition. He talked about how a lot of us we have a high rate of chronic illness from heart disease, diabetes. You all know the story, right? And that's why you see the numbers so high when it comes to contracting the virus. You see in the big cities, especially even Chicago, where Blacks make up 30% of the population, and yet 70% of us are dying of this virus in Chicago. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And it's crazy that, it's taking a virus, something like this, for us to become more aware of a pandemic that is actually happening in our own community. So Black Girl Health wants to be part of the solution. And we have a live coronavirus COVID-19 special that starts next week. And if I could take some time here, I'm going to pull it up for you, what we have going on next week, so you can get an idea of what we have. Give me a moment here. Let me just pull it up. And if my mouse works for me, there we go. Got it. Bam. All right. So if you look at your screen here, this is the lineup for next week. So Monday, we are talking about COVID-19 impact on women of color. We're going to be interviewing a 25-year-old who tested positive for the virus. And she's going to be talking about her recovery. She's going to be talking about just the disparity of treatment among women of color. That's on Monday. Along with that, we're going to talk about quarantine outside the box, meaning how you can be in quarantine and still spread the virus. So the things that you should be doing while you're in quarantine so you don't spread the virus. So we're talking about that on Monday. On Tuesday, we are going to talk about fighting coronavirus naturally. So we're talking about herbs, supplementation, even treating the virus if you have it. And I'm not just talking about vitamin C, y'all. This is not just about vitamin C. It's way, way more than that. And following after that on Wednesday, quarantine therapy. So many of you may have heard how the domestic relations issues are on the rise, having a hard time dealing with your spouse or your significant other, your children. So we're going to have our therapist come on and talk to us about how we can kind of weather the storm. On Thursday, lose weight, not your mind. We're trapped inside, y'all. And that doesn't mean we give up on trying to maintain our weight or lose weight and just eat anything. Processed foods, y'all, that is suppressing our immune system. So not only are we not able to meet our goals or your weight loss goals, but your health and trying to fight this disease, we still need to stick to our regimen. And then on Friday, we have quarantine self-care. So quarantine self-care, hey, we're dealing with not being able to get our nails done and our hair done. All that good stuff that we're used to getting. So we're going to have our doctor come on and talk to us about the different the tricks and stuff that we can do to still feel good about ourselves. So on your screen, you should see that this airs in our BGH Circle of Sisters Facebook group at 7 p.m. next week. And those of you who are already BGH members, then you don't have to worry about joining, obviously. But if you're not a member, join us so you can see the show. And not only just the show, we talked about nutrition and self-care and all that stuff. Well, being a member, you get all that. You get all the workouts and our recipes to help you live a healthier lifestyle. It's about changing your thinking. And that's what we try to support our women in doing, changing the way that we think so that we can make informed decisions about our health. And then from there, we can change our behavior. So that's what it's all about. So you can join us, become a member at membership.blackgirlhealth.com. I hope then you watch the show next week in the BGH Circle of Sisters. It starts 7 p.m. live, so you can join the live conversation. You can ask our experts and our doctors questions on the show. So we'll take time for a Q&A. And we're talking about naturopathic doctors. We're talking about people who are in the field. They study this. So this is a time for you to get those questions answered. So we hope you join us next week, starting on Monday. For now, I hope you really comprehend, what the message that I was trying to send out to you guys, and hopefully it resonated with many of you. So that's my time, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.